Hello and welcome to Limmies Lifestyle. Today I'm going to show you how to make Char Siew or barbecue pork. You can use many different type of cuts. You can use pork loin, you can use pork neck, you can use pork belly, which I'll be using today. So with pork belly, I'll show you, you'll need to take the skin off. I want to try and keep it as long as possible in a long strip, so it looks nice when you barbecue it. Uh, you have to take the skin off because if you don't take the skin off, it will be chewy. This is not crispy roast pork. You can leave some fat on. Okay, so I've taken the skin off all four pieces now. So they're really good, nice cuts with a balance of fat and meat on there. So we're going to marinate it now. Okay, for the marinade, I'm going to marinate it in a separate bowl. Just got to put all the ingredients in here first so that I can taste it and adjust it before I put the meat in. If I marinate on top of the meat together with it, I won't be able to taste it because I'll be tasting raw pork. Okay, I'm going to start with garlic, 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to use ginger. You can pound your own ginger. I just use the bottled one, saves me time. Same amount to garlic, so 2 tablespoons. 5 spice powder, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon. Hoisin sauce, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. Sugar, or I use golden syrup. You can use sugar. You can use palm sugar. There's many different types of sweeteners used. I find using golden syrup gives it that nice caramelized effect. So same amount as the hoisin sauce, so 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. Chinese cooking wine, 4 tablespoons. And soy sauce, 4 tablespoons as well. Then give it a good mix. So the idea is to marinate your meat a day before and then put it in a ziploc or put a cling wrap and put this whole entire bowl in the fridge. So I'm just gonna taste it. Tastes about right. You can adjust it to your liking. If you find it too salty, use less soy sauce. If you want it saltier, use more soy sauce. Because it's a marinade, I tend to make sure it's a little bit more saltier or sweeter than normal, so it's just let the flavors seep into it. Quite happy with this marinade. Time to put the meat in the marinade. Make sure the entire 4 pieces of meat is covered. So leave this overnight and we'll barbecue it tomorrow. I like to marinate the meat overnight, so let the flavors get into the meat. If you're in a rush, 4 to 6 hours will do the job. The meat has been marinated overnight, but before I show you how to barbecue it, I'm going to talk about the methods of barbecuing it. This char siu is very versatile. You can pan fry it, you can roast it in the oven, you can barbecue it on a standard barbecue, or you can use a Japanese barbecue with charcoal, which I'll be using today. So before I start, I just want to mention something about wines. What wine should match this type of barbecued food? I would normally match it with Tempranillo. I like that because it will match smoky aroma. So Tempranillo is my go-to when I'm having barbecued meat. We're also having pork, so you can have it with Pinot Noir. Today I'm doing something different. I'm having a Grenache Mataro Shiraz. I picked this choice today because this wine is unoaked, which is quite different. Normally Grenache Shiraz Mataro has some form of oak edge in there, but this wine was not matured in oak at all, so it's very fresh, fruity, young and vibrant, and I chose it to experiment something different. This Japanese barbecue is called a konro. I'm using binchotan, which is a high grade charcoal that's imported from Japan, specifically from the region of Tosa. It's really good because it retains the heat and it doesn't bring out kerosene smell, so it's odorless. It's ideal for barbecuing. Over here I have the meat, which is marinated overnight. It will take about 15 minutes to cook on the conro, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes if the meat is a bit thick, we might have to barbecue it for a little bit longer. So let's get stuck into it. I would turn each piece every 2 to 4 minutes, and after turning a few times I'm going to baste it back into the sauce. So this marinade is really handy, so we're going to keep dipping it back and forth. So you can get this conro from any Japanese grocer. Well, most Japanese grocer would stock them. You can improvise it. You can use something similar. Anything that holds charcoal and a grill to hold the meat on the top, it'll work. And the type of charcoal, if you can't get binchotan, you can use heat beats. You can use your standard charcoal. I got this for my birthday. My sister and my brother-in-law gave it to me, so a shout out to them. Thank you. So I just want to mention, halfway cooking it, I realized that the meat was a little bit too thick. What I did was I halved the portion. Each one of them I just cut into half the pieces, put it back into the marinade, and then back onto the conro. They speed up the process a little bit. Okay, this bit gets a bit crucial, so you need to do it fairly quickly, otherwise your meat will get burnt. It's almost ready. Okay, the meat's about done. I'm going to take it out. I took one piece out first to give it a taste test and also to see whether it's cooked. Happy with it, so I'm going to take it all off now. Okay, it's all done now. Time to cut the meat and taste it. Look at that, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to try it now. It's tender, it's sweet, it's salty. Little bit of that charred flavor. Fantastic. Try it with the wine now. Best match. And that wraps up my Char Siew recipe. Thanks for watching. Till next time, cheers. If you like my recipe, please like it. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. There's a link up here. Click on my icon and you'll subscribe to my channel. Thank you.